Alright guys, so let's discuss Ielts exam in detail in this video. I know, I know most of you would already know about this exam, but for students who are new to Ielts or who do not have much info about this exam, I'm going to briefly talk about these topics. Let me just show you. So I'm gonna talk about these topics in detail in this video. Okay, so before I begin, I would like to share one of my personal experiences with you. When I first decided to schedule my exam back in 2018, I had no idea whether I had to book an academic or general training IELTS. So I'll be talking about these two exams in this video, so hold on to that. You can see here we have got IELTS modules, academic module or general training. I had no idea which one I had to book at that time. So you see, my coaching institute did not even tell me about this essentially test information. I didn't even know the purpose of IELTS exam. The only thing I knew was that I had to get my 8777 band. That's the only thing I had in my mind at that time, and it costed me a lot, believe me. So this is why I made this video, to ensure that you have complete basic understanding of the exam. And one more piece of advice I would like to give you here is, whenever you are about to learn something, I realized at that time, okay, so whenever you are trying to learn something from anywhere, if you have joined any course or if you are trying to learn yourself, so try learning 360 degrees, which means complete end-to-end information about the topic. That is the only way to become an expert on any subject, right? So keep this thing in mind. Always try to learn 360 degrees, and what we call this, learning 360 degrees, right? So let's come back to the topic for today. So so these are three things that we're going to discuss. We are going to discuss the complete overview of IELTS exam, where I'll tell you what IELTS exam is, why it's conducted, and all these things, right? And then so basically I'll give you a brief overview of IELTS exam and its importance, and then IELTS scores. I think here. So I'll be talking about IELTS scores. So I'll explain how IELTS scores are determined, and then IELTS exam sections, as you can see. So I'll brief you about all these sections you'll see on the exam. I know you already know that, but still I have to do this. Okay, so what all sections you'll see on the exam, and I'll discuss two exam modules, as I just said, academic module and general training. So which one you should take and register for, as well as how to register. So I'll cover that in this today's video. All right, so if you already know about these topics, which I know you would already know, but still, if you know, you can move to next video, but just make sure you know which IELTS module you need to prepare for, academic or general training, right? So if you already know that, if you're already aware of this, you can skip to next video. Okay, so before starting with chapter number 1, so what's the chapter number 1? So I think I just got it by mistake. That's not paraphrasing technique, but IELTS overview. Before starting with this chapter, I want you guys to take notes and write down the points that I discuss in the video. I know I'm already providing you these books, and where you will find all the topics that I'll cover in this video, but I still want you to take notes, because it will help you to understand topic faster and better, right? And you have to promise me that you'll take notes for every video that you're gonna watch in this course, right? So I understand some of you may not like this, but if you want the miracle to happen, you must follow my instructions. That's it. No more questions. Okay, so I'll be lenient because I have been through all these stages. It's also not in my nature to be a strict trainer. I'm not that. But I only what's happening? Yeah. So I only care about results. I only want you to score higher band or your desired band score. If you can achieve that, even if you only study for 1 hour instead of 2, 5 or 10 hours, I'll be more than satisfied, right? And in this course only, I'll show you some secrets and secret techniques which you won't find anywhere else, online or offline. So I'm going to show you some secret techniques to get results with even 1 hour of study, which you would have otherwise gotten after studying 10 or 15 hours, or even if you were not even thinking of getting that score. I'll make sure you start believing in magic, right? So this score you would not have thought that you'll be getting, I'll make sure you'll start believing in that, right? So hold on to that. But that's only for those who are active members of Ielts mastery course, because the secret technique that I am going to give you, right, and which will get you the results faster, 10x faster, that's only for active members of Ielts mastery course, right? Because simply they trust me more. Tit for tat. All right, so let's come to the topic for today. And let's start with first chapter, which is what is Ielts. So Ielts stands for International English Language Testing System. Fancy definition, right? But if you understand its meaning, you would understand everything. So it's an exam to test your English language skills if you want to travel internationally. Simple. As from the definition, it's clear. International English Language Testing System. So in layman terms, Ielts is an English language test that is one of the criteria for studying abroad, which means that if you want to enroll in one of the colleges in foreign country, or if you want to migrate to another country, you need to clear Ielts test, which essentially implies that it can be used as one of the selection criteria for traveling abroad for studies or migration purposes. That's the main reason why Ielts exam is conducted. And it's recognized by many countries such as Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, US, and it will help you to provide an opportunity to work, study or migrate to a country where Ielts test is mandatory, right? So one thing to keep in mind is that, write it down, Ielts stands for International English Language Testing System, not International Advanced and Hi-Fi English Language Testing System, right? Because some students come and ask me, sir, I do not have advanced English language skills. Sir, I do not have advanced English language skills. How can I clear this exam? Then I show them the definition, the basic definition on Ielts official website, and ask them where it says it's an international advanced and hi-fi English language testing system, right? So please do not believe in false beliefs that you need to have an advanced level of English. You need to have advanced level of English if you want to get 8 band. That's not true. That's completely not true. And let me just open my notepad, then I'll explain you better there. All right, so we have this our first chapter. Let me just click on draw. All right, so let's come back to the topic. Ielts will test your ability to listen, read, write and speak in English language, and that's why it has 4 respective sections. So to completely test your English level skills, Ielts exam has 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. In subsequent videos, we'll go through these sections in depth, right? So we will also learn how you can crack these sections with minimum effort. I can guarantee you that with minimum effort you will be able to crack these sections. And now let's look at Ielts score scale. We'll come back to these sections again. All right, so let's look at okay, so score scale, yeah, here. All right, so let's look at Ielts score scale now. So in Ielts exam, you do not get result as pass or fail or some percentage, right? So Ielts exam is graded on a band score with range of 1 to 9 band scores, with 1 being the lowest and 9 being the highest. So your English level skills are measured against these band scores, right? So these band scores range from band 0 to band 9, with each band score corresponding to a level of English language proficiency. Let me show you on Ielts official website how they calculate band score. All right, so as you can see on the screen, Ielts scores are reported as a band score on scale from 1 to 9, and you'll be given a band score from 1 to 9 for each section of the test, right? So you'll be getting a band score for each section, and the overall band score is calculated as an average of 4 individual test section band scores. So you'll get band score for each section, and you'll get one overall band score as well, right? So for example, if you have got 6.5 in reading, 5 in writing, 7 in speaking, and 6.5 in listening, right? So you'll get average of these 4 scores, and I think it will be around 6.5 plus 5, 9.5, 17.5, 25, 6.25, right? So you'll just divide it by 4, and that's going to be your overall Ielts band score. And if it's 6.25, then I think it will be rounded off to 6 or 6.5. It will be rounded off to 6.5 for your overall band score. And of course, if the average comes between 6 and 6.25, then it will be rounded off to 6 band, right? So that's how Ielts score is calculated. That's nothing we are not concerned about this. We are only concerned how to get 8 band or how to get higher score. All right, so let's come to next chapter, which is Ielts test types. So let's discuss two Ielts tests. And as I mentioned in start of this video, Ielts comes with 2 different types of tests. One is for general training and other one is for academic. And I think that's what you can see on the screen. So we have got Ielts academic, so that's for study purpose, and Ielts general training, that's for immigration purpose. So these are 2 separate exams with 2 different purposes. Whenever you try to book an exam, whenever you're going to try to book your exam, it will ask you whether you want to book an academic or you want to book general training exam. You must choose an exam based on your reason for taking it. If you wish to go abroad, if you want to go abroad to study or to study for at undergraduate or postgraduate level, yeah, here you can see. So if you wish to study abroad, then please choose Ielts academic. However, if you wish to migrate to an English speaking country like Australia, Canada, New Zealand or UK, then you need to take general training module. So 2 different test types serve two different purposes. I hope it's clear. Now let's move to next one. Okay, so yeah, this is a quick and complete summary of Ielts test. I have explained to you the test modules and which test you need to opt for, right? Let me just brief you about exam sections and exam timing information as well. Let me just increase the size. All right. Ielts test begins with listening section. As you can see here, it will begin with listening section, and listening section, it lasts for around 40 minutes, including 30 minutes of audio and 10 minutes for transferring your answers to answer sheet. We'll talk about this a lot in our later videos. Okay, so just get the idea what this test is all about and how this test is conducted, what are all sections that you need to prepare for. That's it. Following listening section, there's a 60-minute reading section, and as you can see, and after reading, writing section is the last one, and it takes 60 minutes to complete writing section as well. So in total test is going to last for 2 hours 45 minutes. And I would like to add here one important thing. So listening, reading and writing, we call it LRW. Okay, so listening, reading and writing exam happen on the same day with back-to-back tests. Speaking exam, as you can see here, speaking exam or speaking test may or may not take place on the same day as listening, writing, reading test or LRW test. It can happen a few days before or after the exam. It's usually scheduled 1 or 2 days before or after the test, but it can sometimes take 7 days as well. I think nowadays it does not take these many days. I think it usually gets scheduled on the same day or 1 or 2 days before or after your listening, writing, reading exam. But that is something that's decided based on the availability of speaking slots. So you would need to prepare accordingly. So all these things will cover in detail in coming videos. So you don't need to be worried in case you do not understand anything. That's completely fine. I'm going to repeat these things so many times that by the end of this course, you can even teach Ielts exam, right? So now coming to test format, Ielts test has 2 formats, and it can be given either on paper or on computer. So you'll have this choice while booking your test. So whenever you will book your test, you'll have the option to choose paper based or computer based test. Let me just show you how. Right, so you need to go to this website, ieltsidpindia.com. I'm currently in India, so it's showing me Ielts. It's showing me IDP India. If you are in some other country, then you may get a link according to your country. Just type on Google Ielts registration, so you'll get a link, and then just you'll see a different link according to your country. So now, so you see here, you have got this option to select test type. So if you want to select paper based test, then you'll select pen and paper based Ielts. And if you want to give Ielts on computer, then you'll select computer delivered Ielts. Right, so we have one dedicated video on this topic, which test you should give. So whether you need to sit for pen or paper based Ielts, or whether you need to sit for computer delivered Ielts. So we'll cover that in we'll cover this in that video. And also I'll create one video to show you end-to-end process to register for your Ielts exam. Right, so let's go back to the topic. All right, so now coming to Ielts exam booking, but there are 2 organizations or companies which conduct Ielts exam Number one is IDP, as you can see on the screen. So that's first, and second one is British Council. But nowadays it's only IDP in India. So if you are in India, then you only have to choose IDP. Otherwise you can select anyone. And there is no difference between these two. The difficulty level of test is same. Grading criteria is also same, right? So please select any of these two options. I'll provide you registration links for this with this video. You can go directly to IDP or British Council website to book the exam, or you can use the links below this video whenever you're ready to book your exam. So just go on to that link and I'll show you. I'll create one dedicated video how you need to book your exam. All right. So I just wanted to talk about these topics only in this video. So IELTS test types we already discussed. IELTS academic for so IELTS academic, if you wish to study abroad, then you're going to choose the academic exam, and if you want to migrate to an English speaking country, then you need to choose general training. So these were the 4 topics that I wanted to discuss. And before ending this video, let me tell you one secret. Always remember, IELTS is a skill. You can prepare for IELTS just like you would for any other skill. And how do you develop a skill? How do you develop a new skill? By working on it over and over and over and over until you have mastered it. That is exactly what you must do in this situation as well, or in this case as well, right? So you can quickly build this skill if you can focus on the most important rules of the test. In this course, I'll show you the magical rules, formulas for mastering this IELTS skill. So hold on, lots of magics to be revealed that will blow your mind. I can guarantee that, and you won't find these techniques, these rules anywhere else on this planet. So yes, that's it guys from this video. I hope you have got the overall idea of IELTS exam. I'll see you in my next video.